Hi all, welcome to episode 1 of Smart Homes by Ra. This is my new channel that is focused on DIY solutions that will start or continue to lead you towards making your home a smart home. My reviews and comments are based on my sole experiences and technical knowledge about what I would recommend as a solution for those who have similar needs. I'm your host, Roberto Gonzalez Jr., and I will be talking to you about choosing the right security camera system for your needs. On today's episode, I'm going to run through a few options from my personal experience these past months and talk about what drove me to want to find security cameras for my home. With an uptick in crime around the US, news about rioting, looting, vandalism, community disturbances, and a newborn in my home, it was time to find a way to provide some security for my family and myself. These concerns helped me decide what camera system was right for me. I began my search by asking myself a set of questions that included what type of camera was I looking for? Did I need a wired camera system, or could I use a wireless and wire-free camera system? What resources would I need to have available in my home if I wanted a wired camera system or a wireless camera system installed? Would I need to run cables? Did I really need to run cables? Many questions were asked. How would I power these cameras? Would the cameras need to be plugged in, or could they be off-grid? All these questions and more came to mind when I was making my decision about the best cameras and features for my home and needs. I would like to mention that I am not sponsored by any of the brands I may mention, and the only links I will provide are of those products that work for me. I have a few here. All of my recommendations are based on real-world experiences. I would ask all of you to do your own research as well before buying anything. Below in my description, I will provide the links to products I use for my project, and I hope the information provided in this video will help you make the best decision for your security needs. I first started my search by looking at wired camera systems and realized that my home would present a challenge in terms of ease of install and the ability to wire my cameras through walls. Power and cabling was a concern for me. How would I avoid having to make holes in walls or even hire an electrician? The cameras would also have to be small and not take up so much space in my home. I knew that some camera systems have bases, and they sometimes tend to be a bit bulky and large. After ruling out the idea of a wired camera system, I was determined to come up with a solution that would allow me to place the cameras anywhere and without any wires. I would also have them powered by an energy-efficient solution. In my search for the best cameras, I ran into brands of cameras that covered a lot of my needs and even offered extra features like being wireless, battery operated, motion detection ready, and more. To start answering a few of the questions I had, I began to look at what the cameras had to offer. I knew the most important thing to me was that I needed cameras that were clear and crisp so that I can see what was happening in the areas that they were installed. I would use these cameras in the day and evening, so 24-hour monitoring would be a plus. Motion detection was high on my list too. I also wanted a camera system that had an alarm. The alarm would help ward off anyone who tried to commit any suspicious activity. Some additional features that help keep my family safe at night would be night vision and cloud-based storage features. Some camera systems I looked into offered this at a cost per month, but finding a free solution is great because I can see the video footage anywhere and not be charged for it. Not many camera systems offered this. I was able to research a few brands that I will not mention because I did not choose to buy them, but in the end, I chose a camera system made by Arlo. Arlo has a variety of camera systems that range from high-end 4K solutions to more moderate solutions that are more simple and essential to use. My personal choice was the Arlo Pro 2 camera system with compatible ringer because it gave me a variety of features and options that I was looking for. It even includes a basic 7-day cloud storage plan that helps me keep some videos saved for viewing, but the main feature that caught my attention was that it was completely wireless, battery operated, and required little to no installation with cables if someone chooses to run it off its included batteries. This was one of the best features I found in the camera system and the main reason I chose to buy it. Not having to plug the cameras into the grid saved me time, money, installation hassles, and made it easy to install anywhere. Having the cameras wire-free and anywhere also brought up the duty that I would have to power the cameras by charging them from time to time. The camera batteries last for a few months, but there are ways to keep these cameras charged. One of the ways I chose to power them was through solar power. I took my DIY install project one level higher and chose to have the cameras connected off-grid without any power from wired wall outlets. My solution was to use solar powered panels that were compatible with the Auto Pro 2 cameras I chose to buy. This allowed me to install them outside and not have to worry about taking them down and charging them year round. No ladders or extension cords needed to charge and connect my Auto Pro 2 cameras from time to time. Like everything we try in life, there's sometimes a bit of hesitation to use something we have little experience with. Solar energy to power security camera systems was a bit questionable to me, but it has proven to be very efficient and effective in my experience. I ended up choosing a brand named iTotals for the panels, who provides solar powered panels to power the cameras. The panels even include an L-shaped wire connector that is used for the Auto Pro 2 cameras. My install was fairly straightforward and did not require a lot of tools. I did have to purchase some aluminum mounts, which you see here, for outdoors along with some extra charging cables and adapters. These were needed for my outdoor install. In the upcoming episodes, I will be going over the details of my install and providing a more in-depth description of how I connected and configured the cameras to work with my wireless setup at home. Please be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and leave comments below if you have any questions or need any assistance. I will be posting new DIY episodes and reviews soon. This has been Roberto Gonzalez Jr. for Smart Homes by Rob. Stay smart and safe, my friends.